Make sure you guys subscribe so you don't miss out on any third and long content. I want to send a huge shout out to Verizon, our new presenting sponsor. Third and Long is now powered by Verizon. All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome to a new type of episode of Third and Long. It's our first live stream.
Ooh.
I'm Arik Armstead. I already have a special guest here, Kittle, my guy.
I made it. Hey, guys. How are you?
Appreciate you joining the show, bro.
Of course, man.
Recapping the game today. We'll start with the game.
Yeah.
It was a weird week kind of for everybody.
Very.
The Rams sat a lot of players. We were pseudo-resting / wanted to play and, still get better. But, Kyle felt like we didn't need 3 weeks off from football, which I think is
fair.
It's helpful for us at this time. And, but yeah, how do you feel? This week going into this week. I know you didn't play, but finishing our last regular season game. How'd you feel this year? I know you had a big year, another 1,000 yards receiving.
It's always fun.
And so yeah, I think how'd you feel this year? I know it was a big year for you.
Yeah, no, it was an awesome year. I mean, I think my favorite thing is, besides being the 1 seed, which is by far my favorite thing, the fact that we had 4 players with over 1,000 scrimmage yards on offense, which just doesn't happen, first time in NFL history. So I think that's pretty sick. And then, Purdy breaking a record on top of that. So it's fun to be a part of an offense that is as efficient as we have been. And then, you pair that with our defense and our special teams, it's just a lot of great games. We're playing a lot of great team football. Today, losing's not very fun, but, in the grand scheme of things, does it really matter? No. I know it matters for all the guys that played for sure. You get good stuff on tape, but that's something that we can flush pretty quick and then focus on us, our bodies, practice a little bit, just get everybody, make sure we're staying in shape. And, on top of that, never like losing to the Rams. But I'll flush this one pretty quick and move on. But, I was pumped. My guy Charlie Warner, 1 catch for 20 yards. It's a great average.
Yeah, that was a dope play. There was a lot to be pumped about, defensively. A lot of young guys. Taylor Hawkins, huge interception, which was dope.
That was awesome for him.
Yeah, Flan was balling. He had 3 TFLs.
That's not bad at all.
Robert Bill got his first career sack.
It's pretty sick.
So it was a lot of good plays, I think for the young guys as well too. We're gonna need everybody in this playoff run.
Yeah.
And them getting some experience, them playing those meaningful snaps, I think is gonna help us in the long run. And
for sure.
You talk about you guys' offense this season, man. It's been a lot of fun to watch. It's the best offense that I have been fortunate enough to be, on a team with, and watching you guys week in and week out. It's pretty wild. I kind of compare it to like Steph and the Warriors a little bit, where it's like, all right, Steph might have a bad night, or
Clay
might have a bad night, but then Jordan Poole was going to go off, or you're not going to stop everybody. And I think that's kind of how I view you guys' offense. Like, you guys, not everyone is going to have a crazy game every game, but you're not going to stop all those guys.
No, it's like pick your poison. Like, are you gonna double team Debo? Or are you gonna put like a safety with a linebacker looking at me the whole time? All right, well then you're giving Ayuk and Christian McCaffrey 2 1-on-1s. We're like, yeah, who do you want to double team? Who do you want to try to take away? And then, okay, if you're double teaming everybody, you're playing a lot of man coverage, right? We'll run the ball, or we got all of our double move stuff. And hey, it turns out Christian McCaffrey can run routes just as good as he can run a football. So we've got like legit 5 eligible receivers on every single play that can all win man on man, all great in zone. Every time any one of us catches the ball, it's like, he's probably going to fall for at least 5, but he might take it for 30 and he might go for 70. So it's just, it's really fun to be a part of an offense like that. And then like on top of that, you got all the, 1,000-yard guys, but then you also have, like, how many highlights do we see of guys blocking downfield all year? Like, just opening stuff up. Ayuk, Jawan, Juice, it's just been pretty fun just to see that, and the standard that our guys have set is pretty incredible.
Yeah, no, it's amazing, and I know you guys love and enjoy freeing each other up and blocking, and it's crazy to see because that's not the mentality around the league. Like,
It is not.
You watch a lot of tape around the league, that's not how it looks. So I got a would you rather.
Ooh.
Would you rather drive a man 5 yards?
Ooh. And do I get the
dump him and pancake him, or maul somebody for a touchdown?
See, like touchdowns are touchdowns. You can't take those back, man.
All right, just Moss, no touchdown. So like a 15-yard,
dude. If
nice catch.
If I can take a defensive end, like a guy who weighs like 50 pounds more than me, and I can get a flat back, there's not much better feeling than that, man.
Yes,
there's like you feel the same thing when you get under an offensive lineman's pads and you feel him kind of go up on his tiptoes. Like there's not a lot of feelings like that.
Yeah, I think taking somebody's will and like moving them when they're trying not to be moved is like
it's
not a better feeling.
It's like it's kind of addicting because you feel you're like, oh, like I'm gonna run it again, man. Do the same play. Like I'm gonna take you for a ride, dog.
Yeah, and one I've been around you, for some years now, but one of the funniest like moments or that I've seen, you have a lot of great mic'd up moments and stuff like that. But
appreciate that.
when you pancake that dude, and he was like, "Oh, I tripped." You're like, "No, you didn't." That was all me.
That was all me. The Chiefs guy.
Yeah.
Oh, that was so funny. Oh, his backside outside zone. Yeah, I just felt his body give. I was like, "Ooh, nice." that was funny.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that was
so. I've been fortunate enough to be the longest tenured on the team, and you
9 years, right?
Yeah, 9 years. Juice or second?
7
years. So it's been some years, and
a lot of ups and downs.
I remember you coming in as a rookie, and no one necessarily, you weren't George Kittle yet. And,
I was chilling.
You came into camp, and I feel like you dominated, really since day one, and like you were the talk of the camp. I remember your rookie year, and you going to you're having a amazing career. When did you always feel like you could do this in the NFL, or like when was the moment where you're like, man, like I really am like living my dream, or I really am like one of those top players? Did you see yourself becoming this type of player like in college and high school?
Like I always knew I was like an athlete and I could move, and then in college I could learn how to run block and I knew it could do stuff. And then when I got to the NFL, the fact I got drafted in Coach Shanahan's scheme, just with his outside zone, is what I did for 5 years of college. So like when I get there, like, hey, okay, we're running 18 Zora. I was like, oh, I've done that for 5 years. And so like I kind of had to step up on everybody. So like I was very comfortable in the run game. I knew steps, footwork, hand placement. I was very good at that. So like I didn't even have to think about a lot of that stuff. Like I mess up like the play calls once in a while and stuff like that. But I overall had that done. But I will say like one of the first like light bulbs that went off for me was rookie mini camp. And I had an outside zone versus Solomon Thomas one-on-one, and I reached the shit out of him. Excuse my language, sorry guys. I reached the heck out of him, and I had good hand placement, and I blocked him. And I was like, all right, because I was like very nervous. I was like, I have no idea what's going on, but I was like, I can do that. Yeah, okay, cool. And then I got into, we like put pads on, and like I was like holding my own a little bit. And I was like, oh man, I can. Okay, yeah, like just stack days at a time. And I was really lucky too. I had Coach Embry, John Embry was my tight ends coach,
great
players coach.
I love.
And like he was very motivational, very realistic with you. He preached the same things, leverage, hit the pad, high effort. But like having him early on, just like, hey, these are the things that matter, and that you're going to build your foundation, and then we're going to learn. We'll worry about the other stuff later. But if you can do like A, B, C, D, you can play on every single play. And so like just taking what, like he helped me really, like, I mean, I was like floating out at sea, and he was the one that gave me a life raft. So that was incredibly helpful for me early on.
That's amazing. And I watched for years of Embo being here. You guys were the first to practice, hitting that sled,
that damn sled,
coming off on your tracks. I used to go out to practice. I'm stretching, warming up, seeing you guys hitting that sled. I'm like, it's no, it's not a secret why you guys can block. It's not a secret why you guys, are a little different than other people, because you guys made it a point.
It was an emphasis.
It was an emphasis, and you guys work on it. And I remember, before me and you had our truce.
It was wonderful.
We used to get a little work in early in our careers, and George was, as a defensive end, it's like, all right, our mindset is no tight end should like ever block me. You know what I'm saying?
Very true.
And then, you came along, practicing against you. It's like, all right, still George shouldn't block you, but if he gets you every now and then, it's like acceptable because he
that's what I do.
That's what he does.
That's what I do.
And so I would say, especially once we switched our scheme to
the nine teching. Oh God.
Me and you had to come up with like hey, look, man, like I know what you can do. You know what I can do. We're not going to kill each other every day.
It's like no, it's just like we figured out how to practice really well. Like we could get everything that we needed to get out of it without putting either one of us in a vulnerable position.
For sure.
We were really good at that. It was like, hey, 3-4 steps, and then hey, if you want on the inside, I let you go. If I had you reach, you would like get out, like you'd help me get out of the way so I didn't get my legs ran up on. And like that's just learn how to practice because like if you're in college or like young guys, that's where you see all this stuff on the ground and stuff like that. We did a very good job of that.
No, for sure.
That's why I was disappointed when you went back inside. I was really disappointed.
We got great work, and it wasn't brother-in-law either. It was true, like you said, learn how to practice because, and if you really look at it, like everyone knew, like I play the run, like that's what I do. I'm a set of edge.
Yep.
And I don't necessarily need to prove that versus George in practice. And everyone knows you're going to block.
I'm going to try my best.
You're going to block and be dominant. So it wasn't like me and you had to like, all right, like this we're going to show each other like who.
No.
Nah, it was let's get good work in. And I think we did that, and I think we made each other better.
That we did.
And
it's phenomenal.
Yeah, those were some good times.
Golly, no. Then you go against other guys who just don't care.
Yeah.
Oh, those like, 9 techs, man.
It's like, bro, you don't know how to practice, and so.
Hey man, there's 18 weeks left, dude.
It's been good to get some good work in. Another Pro Bowl year.
Yes, sir.
You. This is 5. 5 years, man.
Not bad.
That's a.
Besides my rookie year, I missed 2020. I'm still bothered about that.
Yeah,
that's right. I did miss 7 games, but
injuries happen.
No, so like this is all. I've seen a couple guys who have played like 7 total games and still gotten like Pro Bowl. Yeah. And I was like, I did play in 10, and I did lead all NFC tight ends in yards that year, and I still didn't get the Pro Bowl, even though I missed 7 games, which I get. And like guys, when you play, thank you, babe. Claire's here, she agrees. But like I've seen other guys who like they were out from like week 5 to week 15, and then they had like 2 good games at the end of the year, and like Pro Bowl. Or it's like, yeah, like and then like. I'm just more of a if they wouldn't have gotten it, I wouldn't have been upset about that. But I would have liked that one back. But hey, it is what it is, man. I have nothing really to complain about.
Yeah, five is amazing and much more to get. What was that feeling like? This year. I know it's 5, so you kind of have become a little bit accustomed to it, and it's not fresh and new to you. But what was it like? Receiving that honor this year.
What I love about the Pro Bowl, it's like it's hard to BS your way to like 1,000 yards. It's hard to BS your way to a Pro Bowl or All Pro. Like you have to play a lot. You have to put a lot of good stuff on tape. People have to respect the way that you play. And so like it means a lot to me every single time. I would like, yes, sir. Like the first time I made it in 2018, yes, I was like, this is the craziest thing of all time. But I like at this point, I don't want to say I expect it, but that is my goal every single year. Is like I'm going to play at a high enough level where. That should be what happens, and so it's awesome. I absolutely love everything about it. When you have the respect of your peers, like that's all I really care about. Like if they respect what you do on the tape, at the end of the day, like the stats, all that stuff, it doesn't really matter as long as people respect what you do and how you do it. That's a win.
100%, and you do that year in and year out, and it's been amazing to see. I've been there watching, your whole entire career, so it's been amazing.
It is weird, dude. We've been together for 7 years.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys know this, but he's been in the league 2 years longer than me, and I'm still older than he is. That doesn't make any sense.
I left my junior year, and he was a 5th-year senior. So
we're the same class. So what are you? 2012, right?
Yeah, 2012 high school.
We're the same high school class. And I'm 2 years older than him. How does that work? Man, science.
So appreciate you coming here, but what would a typical, we have a 1 o'clock 1:30 game. What would a typical Sunday after the game look like for you if you weren't here with me today?
I'm gonna head home.
Okay.
And I'm either gonna I have hibachi or burgers. I'm a big hibachi guy. I absolutely love hibachi.
Are you a big foodie?
Yeah, I love. Yeah, man, I love
big
food.
foodie.
Yeah, well, like I'm fortunate if I hired a chef, and so my guy Tyler just does a fantastic job of. And it's kind of difficult. My family's kind of tough to cook for. Me and Claire are easy, and like I'll eat really anything except for mustard. That's like the only thing I can't stand.
You hate mustard?
I can't stand it. I don't know why. Just can't stand it. But besides that,
Your whole life you never liked mustard?
No. Put on a cheeseburger, I can't do it. But like I'm easy to cook for. And then my parents are vegan, and so like he does a great job. He has vegan dishes prepared, but at the same time, like he'll serve me burgers and stuff like that. So he does a great job. But yeah, I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna eat, and then I'm gonna turn the hot tub on and probably watch a little bit of the game that's rolling right now. But hot tub, I don't really need. I'm gonna watch the film just so I can see how my tight ends did. Besides that, just relax, get my feet up,
chill,
and start the recovery process.
No, that's great. How are you feeling about the playoffs?
Very excited.
Yeah, me too.
Levi's is fun to play in.
Yeah, everybody got to come through Levi's, so that was huge, and we kind of weren't expecting getting the number 1 seed to kind of go that way, but it did, and so everybody got to come through here, which is amazing, for us. How are you going to treat this bye week and preparing yourself for this playoff run?
I would just like at this point in the season, if your body's not like really sore, you're not in pain, then you're not playing the game right, in my opinion. And so I'm going to take this week just to get my body as best shape, like cardio wise, and then just like health wise, just as much treatment as I possibly can, movement, try to stay in my best shape, but like just get as close to 100% healthy as I possibly can, because the crazy thing is like what a lot of people don't know is like when you play week in and week out, like every week your body takes like a little step backwards, and then you try to build it back up throughout the week, but then you have 3 games in 12 days or something like that. It's hard to rebuild that body up every single week. And so just having an extra week of whether it's great sleep, extra massages, yoga, whatever you're doing, it's just you have to take full advantage of that. And I'm like, I like the schedule that we have. So like guys kind of have time off, but at the same time we're required to be around the building. I mean, I think everyone is very excited about this opportunity that we have. And the cool thing is too, like a lot of the vets that we have that are our best players, we're all here in 2019. And so like they get it, like they understand it. And most of our team has played in the playoffs, so they understand how difficult it is and how hard every single game is, and how, hey, one snap can change your whole season. And so I think we are dialed in, but I'm looking forward to seeing how as a team we dial it in even more together.
Yeah, no,
I'm also excited to see you back.
Yeah, I'm excited to be back and help as much as I can too. I feel a huge sense of responsibility, to get back to, playing at a high level and helping us win games.
You always play at a high level. I'm not worried about that. 7 sacks in 9 games.
Yeah, playoffs. I'll be doing my thing.
Yeah, 7 sacks ain't bad, man.
Yeah, man, we gotta keep running that up for sure. Appreciate you. Do we have any fan questions? Yeah. Hit George with a couple and let him get out of here.
What we got?
Hot tub.
Who do you guys got for the national championship tomorrow?
Ooh, shout out 2 Big Ten teams, baby.
Yeah, that's Big Ten.
Let's go
guy.
Big Ten. Yeah, Washington's now a Big Ten school. Who I got? Yeah, Pac-12 does not exist anymore.
Nah, for this year we still.
No,
Pac-12.
it is disbanded. It does not exist. Let's see. Who do I got? Well, just because I like to argue with Ronnie Bell and Moody and Ambry, I'm gonna pick Washington.
Yeah, I'm going. Ooh, that's tough for me to say. UW being an Oregon guy.
Yeah, you pick Michigan, man. I'll pick Washington.
Yeah.
Washington's
I want
offense.
to pick Washington too because I want the Pac-12 to go out with a bang. I don't like what has happened in college football, and I think it's a travesty what has happened to the Pac-12.
It's a travesty.
And so I think go out with a bang. The last Pac-12 remnants was a national championship, even though it's UW. I mean, I never lost to UW, so like I don't feel that kind of like disdain for them.
That's fair.
Even though we were a rivalry, so yeah,
humble brag.
Huskies get it done.
Humble brag.
Got another one. They say, do you prefer In-N-Out or Five Guys Destroyer?
Wow. I thank you, honey. The Five Guys burger is one of my favorite meals. I love it. I do like In-N-Out, but
Five Guys are great too.
it's like how big the burger is.
Yeah.
You get that nice double patty.
And you kind of customize it.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want to
Yeah.
it. You know, and low key, I will say Five Guys does have the best hot dogs. You guys ever get a hot dog from there?
I haven't had a hot dog from there.
Holy cow! Dude,
The fries are
Fries
killing,
are great.
Fries are killing the game.
you gotta do the hot dog the San Jose style, which is mayonnaise, onions, peppers, and bacon. Oh, that bad boy gonna hunt.
That thing's fully loaded.
Dude, that's what I eat when we get back from road trips. If it's not like a late, I order it right to my house and say right when I get there.
Yeah.
Oh my
I
gosh.
think me and you both enjoy a good cheat meal.
Oh man, I don't get them very often, but when I
yeah.
do, I thoroughly enjoy it.
every
I had
now and
Taco
then.
Bell the other night too.
Yeah.
When we got back from Washington.
I had Panda Express the other day.
Dude, I haven't had Panda in a minute. I got to get back on it. Oh.
All right, last question for George. We'll let him get out of here.
Have you guys ever been surprised at the faithful turnout at an away game?
Man, yeah, all the time. The biggest surprise for me was Coliseum Rams 2019.
That was crazy.
Was wild because their offense had to go silent count, and we're on the road, and I'm like, bro, this is wild.
Because that was also the Rams had beaten us like what 3 out of the last 4
Yeah.
times, and
Yeah.
they were coming off
They went to the Super Bowl the year before. Super Bowl loss.
Yeah, so like they were the hot team.
Yeah.
And we went in there, and it was like, oh wow, let's go Niners!
Like literally, like so loud that Goff at the time had to go silent count. So that was. I do still get surprised how well we travel.
Jacksonville,
Yeah.
fantastic.
If we ever go to a place that we like don't play that often, it's crazy. Like every Niner fan in the vicinity is pulling up.
I'll say my rookie year we played at Houston, and that was Jimmy's like second start, I think. Like we went to Chicago one, and we went to Houston, and Houston wasn't very good, and we weren't very good either. But like half the stadium was like Niners red, and it was like I think they might have had to go on the silent too and on the run. I was like, I'd never seen anything like it.
Yeah.
But like that was. It's crazy how well they travel every single, and especially like if the home team that we're playing doesn't sell out, every ticket that's not sold is going to a Niners fan.
Yeah,
they're so
faithful has never ceased to amaze me. It's been amazing support, and we're gonna need it in the playoff run. We're gonna need you guys to be loud. I know you guys will.
The loudest 3.5 hours of your guys' life.
You got to feel that energy.
Need it.
Need it, man.
The louder you guys cheer, the odds increase of Arik getting a sack.
That is factual.
I wouldn't lie to you guys.
That is factual.
Come on.
Appreciate you joining the show.
Oh,
bro.
I got a question for you. How'd you like all your teammates doing your celebration in the locker room?
I
I didn't get asked to do it, otherwise I would have loved to.
No, that was pretty dope. I thought it was hilarious.
It's great.
Purdy being the first one, he did it hella funny.
Yeah, you got Bosa did it.
And then I
off
think
the line.
Bosa probably did the best because he's seen, like, he's usually right there when I do it, and he always celebrates with me after.
I know.
But yeah, I do put my head back. I don't know when I started doing that.
I have no idea either. I think it started it was a playoff game that you did it. Maybe like when we were at Green Bay and you sacked Aaron Rodgers in the cold, you did that. And
I was like,
then
I
you
don't
just
know
done it
when I
since.
start. I don't know when I started putting my head back. And then so like I got kind of two versions. So I got like the hype one where I'm like and then I got kind of like a lazy one where I'm just like
like the Big Bear. I know. I've seen them all, man. I've seen.
But
them
now
all,
that was a dope video. That was cool to see. And
we got a great team, man. Great team.
no, we do.
God. Well, hey, thanks for having me on, man. It was a pleasure.
Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. Let you get to that hot tub and get some food. Start healing up.
I'll get there shortly. Hey, and then congrats on Walter Payton, man.
Appreciate you, man.
I'm keep voting for you.
All right.